giving away to some of its lucky listeners Beats by Dday earbuds. That's right, Beats by Dday earbuds. It's no cost to its listeners to register. Just go to gcradiohub.com and enter the free raffle. So don't hesitate. Go to gcradiohub.com, click on the earbud, register, and cross your fingers, because you could be one of the lucky listeners. These earbuds are priced at $169, and you can win a pair for free. That's right, free of charge to you. Just enter the raffle at gcradiohub.com and stay tuned to our live broadcast, The Cousin Chief Show, Afro Beats with King Glow, Uncut After Dark with Freaky and Friends, The Mississippi King on the Southern Soul Superstar Station. Stay tuned to any of those live shows and listen out for your name being called. At GC Radio, you have to get connected to stay connected. At gcradiohub.com.
Hey everybody out there, how y'all doing? This is your favorite cousin Chief at GC Radio, and today on the K1 Show we have our lovely co-host, my girl, the one and only Mowet. We have Dday in the building, somewhere out there, and we have our lovely co-host. Before I introduce you, let y'all know about this young lady here. She is off the chain. She is a actress. She is a talk show host. She is a rapper, a producer, and a songstress singer. This woman, there's so many titles, man. I don't have enough pockets to put all the labels in, but she is that magnificent from the Bay Area, my friend and my guest on GC Radio, K1 Show, the one and only Keldamuzik. Kelda, welcome to the building. How you doing?
Hello. Thank you so much for having me. How you guys doing?
We're wonderful, man. Pleasure to have you.
Yes, awesome. Yes, it's great to be here. It's been a long time. Like you said, we go way back since the GC radio days on OzCat Radio in Vallejo, BJ TV.
So, Kelda, like I said, you have many hats that you wear, and you wear them well. Let the people know, for starters, like, what was it like growing up, and how did you get introduced to the entertainment industry?
Yeah, so growing up, I remember just let's see, my mom, she had stars in her eyes, as well as dollar signs. And it was just during that era where it was cool to get your kid into showbiz. And so my mom would, she would shop me around to different talent agencies, and I was just 5 years old, and I got signed to a talent agency. I remember in San Francisco, and the funny, crazy experience was when they booked me to get my headshots done and my comp card done. I remember we took my cat with me. I think it was a little black cat named Kissy Fur, and we took the cat with me so I would feel more comfortable. And so there's pictures I have with the cat, and then there's pictures I don't have with the cat because the cat ran up the tree and didn't want to come down. So so that kind of like ruined the shoot. Yeah, I was like down and out. I was like, man. And so the photographer's like, well, wait, this is a different angle we can get of her, like a sad version of her. And so there's photos of me like, but so yeah, that's how I got my start. Being in showbiz, signing to different talent agencies, going to different acting, modeling schools, and from there, just everything kept developing for me, and that's how I became. Um, I started gravitating towards music more because that, writing has always been a passion of mine, performing has always been a passion of mine, and music is the best way I feel like I could express myself. And then obviously acting, yes, but with music, you could be yourself. You have your own character that you've developed and that, you're showcasing to the world. Whereas with acting, you have to become someone else, and people don't really know you for you. They're looking more for that actor and you, that character that you're playing. So yeah, in a nutshell, that's how things got to where they are now.
Mo's over there smiling. I know she have a question. You got a question for her, Mo?
Well,
What, Mo?
it's funny when you say that because I agree with you. Like with music, you feel like you really get to know the person. In acting, you get to know that character, and then and unfortunately with acting, you either hate or love the person based on the character that they play, and you
Yeah.
just say okay, that's who they are, and you just leave it at that. But music, you just you connect with them, and you say okay, you just fall in love with them. I don't think I've ever listened to a person in music and dislike them, but in acting, I can honestly say their acting has made me dislike a character and just turned away from them. But music, you just kind of, you either love them or you just, you just don't gravitate to them. So I think it's, music I love with that because you just kind of connect with them in some way. For you, did you when your mom, because parents, a lot of times children get involved in the industry because of their parents, not necessarily they wanted to do it. Was it something you always wanted to do, or did your mom want it, and then as you got more into it you started to really enjoy it and say okay, oh now mom, I want to do this?
Yes, that part. Yes, that's
Okay.
exactly what it was. My mom has always been into theater, and she still is today. But yes, it was her dream first. And then she started living her dream through me. And at first, it was just like, I didn't know what was going on. I thought this was like, a second daycare or whatever. Except for I have to like put myself in the spotlight and memorize scripts and commercials and stuff. And my mom's like, "Come on, just get out there." It was like little magic from A Living Color. I'm walking into auditions. I don't know anything. I'm sitting up there with my finger in my mouth, like, and the casting directors are just like, "Okay, next." But yeah, it was, yeah, it was more like an introduction to the whole thing, because that's when I started to learn about it more for myself. And
Hmm.
I actually developed myself because I started to like it. I studied it more, and I started paying attention to other child actors. Like at the time, Sister Sister was out, and I remember meeting them at the Sacramento Cal Expo, I think it was, and they were
Hmm.
just giving advice to uh, aspiring children younger than them, such as myself at the time, and just giving us. Um, just giving us advice on, if you want to make it in showbiz, this is what you have to be prepared for. But yeah, it was definitely a wild experience. And I mean, and really, it came to the point where my mom, she dragged my dad into it, to where like we're driving to LA, we're going on go-sees with different casting companies, we're meeting with different agents, and even my dad was just like, okay, what are we doing? What are we doing? I mean, this is a nice vacation, but wouldn't you kids rather go to Disneyland? But yeah, I just really caught the bug after that, and I'm just like, okay, I'm determined to be a freaking star. Like, I just, oh my god, and it hasn't stopped ever since. And for me, pursuing my music career full time, I was like, this is great, but I know there's other things I can do, and I don't want to limit myself. You know what I mean? I
Hmm.
don't want to box myself into just one activity. So that's when I started acting again. That's when I started doing the TV hosting thing. And hey, I got a talk show on Tubi called Diva Talk Tonight. um, yes, thanks to shout out to VJ TV, shout out to Fire Season Studios, shout out to everybody that's helped me along the way with everything that I've been doing, but specifically for Diva Talk, because that got on a great platform. Um, But yeah, it's just so much going on now. I'm just doing it all, even public speaking. I was talking actually to an event organizer today who's taking a bunch of music therapists, is what they call it, to Cape Town next August. And
Mhm.
they're thinking about including me in the lineup to
Okay.
talk to children about how music can relate to the mind and soul in a therapeutic kind of way. So yeah, I just got my little fingers and everything right now.
Nothing wrong with that.
Man, that's amazing. It's wonderful. It's wonderful.
Thank you.
Um, Wonderful. So, with that in mind, I also want to ask you, man, that's a lot of history and a lot of dedication. I mean, and you got groomed into it at a young age.
Yeah.
Um, Man, that's incredible. So, how do you think? How do you compare it to the industry now as a
hmm
seasoned vet in all the aspects when you first started? What are some of the differences you noticed about the industry?
Well, the industry now, it's not like a standard thing. Like everything is not by the book anymore. It's more you blow up for being you. That's why you have so many of these TikTok influencers blowing up, or people just getting popular based off being an influencer for someone else's brand. You know what I mean? The game doesn't have rules anymore. It's really just all about you, and that's why they have the cancel movement too, where okay, well, if we're not feeling you for being who you are, you're canceled. So definitely in the music business, it's oversaturated with so many artists. I mean, everybody, the mama, the grandma, the uncle, everybody rapping, great grandma rapping from the grave, like just everybody got everybody got music out, you know what I mean? uh and then with showbiz, again, it's just more like you got reality TV shows that are popular now, and people are streaming that. People are actually streaming more content than watching content. I mean, or watching content on TV. Like they're about to start closing movie theaters down because lack of ticket sales. And that was probably due to COVID, obviously, but it was
Yeah.
already kind of going downhill a little bit because people, once they discovered the whole streaming thing, it's just like I could
Mhm.
stream this at home. I could, or you got people who what's the word when they pirate
Yeah.
content? You know what I mean? So it's
Yeah.
just now it's just like you don't even have to step out of the house to go see entertainment. You can see it right in your home or on your phones.
Yeah. But on that note, the crazy part about it is to the things that they feel are not box office worthy are the things that we want to watch. Like
Yeah.
the things that they have in the box office right now, I don't want to go see. But the things that we're watching on stream on Tubi, those are the things that I would go to the movies and see.
Yeah.
So our
Yeah.
movies are not in the theaters. So that's why the movies are being about to be shut down because you're not putting the things that are really, because we sit on Facebook and say, hey, this movie right here is a great movie to watch. And we all
Mm-hmm.
go on Tubi and watch it.
Mm-hmm.
But everything when I ride past the movie theater and I'm looking at the little posters on the wall, I'm like, I don't want to watch none of that. So I'm not gonna pay $20-$30 for a seat. And I'm gonna tell you, I have not gone to a movie and stayed awake in over 10 years.
So you go to movies, you have expensive nap.
Exactly. I go I go to the movies and go to sleep. And I'm glad now, I will say, I'm glad now that the movies actually have liquor and real food. Cause at least when I go
Yeah.
now, if I go,
Right.
I'm eating and drinking. I
Right.
might stay awake. But yeah, I mean, it's crazy that the things that are really worth going to the movies for, they're not putting in there. So hey.
You're so right about that. Like, as a matter of fact, when I watch films or even series, I don't want to see celebrities in there. I don't want to see well-known actors. I like
Right.
watching original content with people I've never
Yes.
heard of or seen before in my life. I don't know why. To me, it just makes the movie just more authentic, I guess. But um like now, if you watch Netflix, all
Mhm.
they're actually feeding a lot of international foreign content to you more than anything. And
Nollywood. I
yeah,
love the
Nollywood, yep.
Nigerian movies. Oh my gosh, aren't they amazing in the TV series? I
Yeah,
love
yeah.
them. They are the
I've been watching
best.
a lot of European films, or yeah, a lot of European
Okay.
films and European series, and black too. You know what I mean? They're still black. You know, because black folks out there. So, I've been watching a lot of that, and I'm just like, damn, this is content we've been missing our entire life. You know what I mean? Like really good content, and not just what's force fed to you out here, which is, like you said, all the mainstream stuff
Mhm.
where, okay, you see the same stars playing the same roles, you know what I mean, doing the same thing, and then after a while it's just like, okay, what's next? So yeah, the streaming game is just really popping right now.
Yeah.
But one of the beauties of that is that, international films and stuff like that and American music is loved all around the globe. It gives you guys a chance to get on soundtracks, get more exposure, and just the
Hmm.
love of
Yeah.
entertainment is different overseas in America. In America, we take each other for granted. They there or that's a local homeboy, homegirl,
Hmm.
whatever. It's no big deal. But like I was talking to Numbskull, and he
Hmm.
was in Germany. We had him on the show about 2 months ago, and just the love,
Yeah,
like people walk up to him like, "Hey, I got five on it," it's
yeah,
just the
yeah,
love that he
yeah.
gets. And then he was telling us about how this movie came out about us and rejuvenated, and they really kept the song pretty much basically same and slowed it down. It was at a remarkable um thing they did that they kept it pretty much original, but changed it like in a different sound. But and then he's like, all that is great, but the money we made for it, never have to worry about money again. So I mean, the
Yeah.
opportunities of going international sales, movies, foreign or domestic, it's a
Hmm.
wonderful thing for artists. There's a whole new window of opportunity.
It is. It really is. And even and shout out to Nummy Num. That's my bro, big bro. You know what I mean? uh Man, it's crazy because like even when you watch content now, right, you watch commercial on TV, they're starting to play a lot of throwback music into their commercials. For example, what, a couple Christmases ago, the whole theme for Christmas was the Mary J. Blige song Real Love. You know what I
Right.
mean? Now, I mean, obviously, she doesn't need that kind of help or whatever. But point being is, they're playing a lot of throwback stuff on all these films and commercials, and it's giving artists more of an opportunity now to um, to continue to grow their fan base, to tour. Um, brand partnerships and stuff like that. You know what I mean? It's just bringing the artist back to the spotlight, and that's what entertainment is all about in a whole. It shouldn't really matter about how old you are, or when's the last time you had a hit or whatever. We all came here for a reason, and
Right.
unless we don't want to do this anymore, there's no reason why we shouldn't still be touring. There's no reason why we shouldn't be having more licensing deals or endorsement deals. We are who we are, and we need to continue to make a living doing this because this is why we're in this industry, for the love and passion. But we still have to keep a roof over our heads. You know what I mean?
No,
So,
exactly.
yeah.
So you mentioned Starlight. Let me ask you this question. So what prompted the talk show and what motivated it and what keeps it going?
Yeah, I started the talk show in 2014. I started that because, again, the music game was just becoming oversaturated, and I felt like I was in a box and just hitting corners, but couldn't get out. You know what I mean? And so I had to find another way to distinguish myself from other artists, and that's when I started the talk show. And at the same time, I felt like, okay, you at the time you had Wendy Williams that was out, you had Chelsea Handler. Although, my talk show wasn't based on, talking about celebrities. It was more about talking about specific topics or current events or whatever, or having a panel of guests, and we're talking about love, we're talking about marriage, we're talking about finance and stuff like that. Um, but I always just wanted to talk. I always wanted to, be in front of the camera and just be me without someone telling me, "Oh, you can't say that, you can't do that."
Mhm.
Follow the script. So, yeah, and I worked with like four different productions with the talk show, and again, VJTV was the last production company that I worked with that helped with the show and that really polished the show to bring it to its to its level where it's at right now, which is really really professional. So shout out to Rock for that. He really helped me with that. Um, I haven't done Diva Talk Tonight, the talk show, in like 3 years, but I done a little spinoff, which is Diva Talk, the podcast show. And for a while, I was filming at our TV. I was filming at a couple of other locations, but we also filmed just like this. And the content, the audio and visuals go on iHeart, Spotify, iTunes, and all the other platforms where podcast shows are.
Man, shout out to Rockefeller, Ram, Farrell, all my family over there at BJTV.
Yes,
Man,
yes.
we've made some, some remarkable things. I mean, work with them. We got to do Basketball 316, watch Phoenix Rise,
Mm-hmm.
Town Biz,
Yeah, yeah,
and I'm in
yeah.
all those movies. I
Yep.
got to be in the movie with Brian Hooks, and man, the fun that we had,
Hey.
and man, just bringing back memories. Wow, showing my age
Yeah.
now.
No, that's
So,
great.
I want to ask you a question. I
Mm-hmm.
was on YouTube and I was checking some things out, and I heard something, and it was one of your songs. I want to know what was the motivation and
Behind Mindsets.
yeah,
This song is featuring Kafani. Shout out to Kafani. He's away right now, but he'll be with us soon. Him and I just came together and we're just like, let's make a banger. You know what I mean? Let's make something that's gonna stay on the radio, that's gonna stick with people, and something that's also, I guess, blending in with the sound that's out right now that you hear. So I came up with the concept. He just handed me the beat. He was like, I don't care what you do with it. Just tell me, what to write about. And I was like, ooh, this is a really sexual song. I said, let's call it Mind Sex. And
man,
sure enough, yeah, we shot the video. It actually aired on BET Jams a couple times. And so that was also something that was pretty cool. Um, but yeah, Mind Sex.
well, I'm gonna tell you, we're gonna have to rock this on GC Radio. We got like three stations, Uncut Music, and we're in 53 different countries. We're in 23 different countries in Africa, and we definitely
Nice.
gonna have to get a drop from you so we can put that in rotation over GC Radio. I mean, that's a banger, and I actually like it. I just
Thank
wanted to
you.
know the originality of the song. I mean, it was wonderful. I'm gonna have to get you to get on the phone with Essential, man. I think y'all can make some good music together. The brother's writing all kind of stuff right now. Matter of fact, we had him on the show about 3 weeks ago.
Yeah, he's actually, yeah, he works with Num.
Yeah.
Yeah, 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 yeah. He's cool people. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm going to put y'all together, man. I think y'all can make something happen, man. That brother's so talented. To see
Yeah,
people in the
he
Bay
is.
collab more, that's wonderful. We got my boy Dday back in the building. What's up, D? Your mic is
You
can't hear you,
muted.
brother. Unmute your mic, bro.
Testing, testing, testing for the world to
There
hear.
you
This
go.
is
We hear
wonderful.
you.
Okay, he's back.
There
He's
he
back.
is.
He paid the cellular one bill. He's back. Right on, D. So you got any questions for Kelda? She shared a lot with us. You missed a lot of it.
How has it been a woman producing a male-dominated field?
Good question.
You know what? It's like not even male dominated anymore. You know what I mean? It's you got so many females out right now, from mainstream to independent to trying to get independent. Uh Shoot. Like when I first started, yeah, there was a lot of challenges, because at the end of the day, like all these guys, somebody just trying to hit something. And I'm like, Not happening. Not happening, Captain. um, but yeah, like a while ago, that those were one of the challenges, or just everyone's always putting you to the test because you are female, and they want to know if you can match up to what a male does in the hip hop game. And it's almost just like how the WNBA is now blowing up, right? You have the NBA,
Right.
NBA still doing its thing, but now you got the WNBA. So women are really, we're creating history right now, and
Yeah, look,
hopefully it continues.
hell, look at the elections.
Hey, I was about to say, look at our
Yeah,
female
look at the
president we getting ready to
elections.
have. Woo, 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 woo.
Look
Okay.
at the elections. We ain't even take it there yet. Yes, look at the elections. Just we're on top right now. The queens
Yeah,
are on top.
yeah.
Man, this is great synergy.
It's it's getting ready. A lot of things are getting ready to turn around. I feel it, but it's funny how, like you say, it's we're always proving ourselves.
Yeah,
Our in just our culture, our black men are always proving themselves against everybody else, and then we're proving ourselves against them as well as everybody else. It's just we're
yeah,
always proving ourselves no matter what. We're always fighting against someone else to say we can do this, not that we're better, just
right.
that we're just as good. We can do it.
Yeah,
It's hard. It's just it's always
it
work.
is. Yeah, yeah, it is. You know what I mean? And it's like for a while everyone's saying, "Oh, women are so powerful, this and that." And it's like, "Okay, well, give us the opportunity to be in the same position that you're in." And then it's like, "Oh, well, I don't know about all that." You know what I mean? But now it's not even a question. We
Yeah.
are in the same position as men. We're being considered to be in the same position as men. And that's something that we can't reverse. We can't go back and change it.
Right.
It's just only going to be more of us in higher positions, whether, we're talking about the entertainment industry, politics, healthcare, law enforcement. You know what I mean? We're just going to
Yeah.
continue to elevate and thrive.
Wonderful. So we're going to take a quick commercial break, and we come back with more of Kelda's music and let her share some more of her experiences with us in the industry and more. And we'll be right back after we pay this quick bill at GC Radio.
You're listening to GC Radio at gcradiohub.com. Get connected so you stay connected.
And we back with more K100 at GC Radio. And we also have my girl Keldamuzik in the building. Welcome back, everybody. So, Kelda, I have another question for you. There's something else I was listening to, and I was kind
Mhm.
of surprised about it. I'm like, this lady is talented, and I was wondering what happened here.
Robot,
Mm.
Keldamuzik.
Yeah, I started working with this producer by the name of
Same thing every
Robot
time, but
Millennium.
better.
He's in LA, and he was just like, let's make some EDM music, let's make some pop music, let's make some R&B music. And I was like, okay, let's do it. You know what I mean? Because actually, my very first project that I released when I was 17 years old, it was a R&B pop album. When I was, trying to put my vocals out there. But I don't like to say I'm a singer or a vocalist. Just I like to harmonize and I like to mess around a little bit. And if you like it, you do. If
If you
not,
don't mind, if you don't mind, I want to rock that. I mean, that showed a whole new side of you. I mean, it showed the versatility that you have. I mean, like I said, the actress, the producer, the talk show host, the singer, the rapper. I mean, there's no ends to what you're doing, man, and you do it well. I want to share this with everybody. Play a little bit more if you don't mind.
uh,
We gon' do that thing. We gon' see how our bodies can complement each one tonight. In the morning we wake up and glad that we swipe right. Swipe right, swipe right, swipe right. I'm so glad that we swipe right. Swipe right, swipe right. And you know that we swipe right. Swipe right, swipe right. I'm so glad that we swipe right. Yeah, swipe right.
Now you got to tell us. So what's swipe right?
swipe right,
Debit card.
swipe right.
He's a debit card.
Yeah, swipe right.
Look,
Shoot,
that's
on the dating
that's
apps and everything.
okay. I'm
Like,
like, that's 11,
yeah,
12 o'clock at night, Friday night,
right,
Saturday night,
right.
and you
You
ain't got
just
nothing going on. You sitting there with Tubi on, and you sitting there scrolling through the phone.
start swiping right, trying to find your match, baby.
All right, you had to put me on game. You know, I'm old school. I
Look,
don't know about
I'm
that one,
planning
but
to
I
see
love the song.
who gonna feed me tomorrow.
Right, exactly. Who gonna
Well, I
feed
was
me
told.
tomorrow and take me out to drinks?
I was told you
Okay.
never assume because when you assume, you make it out of you and me, and then you gotta can't follow the masses. That M might be silent. You be following the asses, so you got to know what you're doing now. So I had to ask the lady herself. I like this quite right. That's dope. So what else you
Thank
got
you.
in tune? What we have to look for from Kelda Music to come? I mean, you've done so much and have so much out there. How do you balance it all?
Yeah, so I got a couple of shows coming up. I'm also working on new music. The way I'm doing it now is I'm promoting a single like it's an album. That's the way the game is right now. Nobody's really streaming out a full album. Even if you're a major artist, they're not really streaming your full album. People want to hear your single first, and you're building a campaign around that. You know what I mean? And then from there you just keep on making more and more singles, and eventually you could put it together as an album. But right now, just putting out singles. And then I'm also co-starring in the Hodges with Mario Hodge. um
Oh,
yeah, yeah, yep, you guys could
okay.
actually on my website keldamuzik.com, or on YouTube you could see the trailer. We have a couple trailers that we put out there, and we just wrapped up a whole season. So right now we're looking at platforms like Amazon Prime and Tubi, obviously, but we're trying to aim for the big dogs. So it's produced by A Brown Film. Shout out to Buford. The quality of the show is amazing. It's crisp, it's clear, it's professional, and when you watch it, you're gonna be like, I could really see this show on like Bounce TV or just somewhere. You know what I mean? Like, it's gonna take off.
Is it a
Man, I
comedy or
can't wait to.
drama or a
It's
little
a
of both?
comedy. It's
Okay.
a comedy show. It's based on Mario Hodge himself, the
Mhm.
comedian, and
Okay.
his life as a comedian. And I'm playing his wife. And you're just gonna see all the challenges and struggles that we go through as a family while the husband is trying to make it as this famous comedian, and the wife is still working and doing the man's job, taking care of the kids and bringing home the bacon. You know what I mean? So it's there's so many funny scenes in it, and it's crazy because I never worked with a comedian before, so it's like almost my match working with him because he improvs a lot. He's a comedian,
Mhm.
just like Martin and Gina, or gosh, there's hella comedy shows out there. But I feel like that's Martin and I'm his Gina, and just everything that he says and does is just hilarious. He improvs, and then I get to improv, so it just keeps me on my feet. You know what I mean?
Yeah, Mario, I know in person. That guy is him, Jay Rich. Man, it's a lot of talent in the Bay. And that guy is naturally funny. I mean,
He is.
I
He
have
really
never had
is.
a serious conversation with that guy. He can't. He's going to
Yeah,
do something or just going to have you just busting out. The guy's just so naturally funny. I mean, he's one of the great
he
ones in the making.
is. Right. Like, and on set behind the scenes, when we're taking breaks, he's just cracking us up. Like we're all trying to have like a serious conversation about something, and then just he'll come in with a joke, and we'll just break down, just start laughing. He's 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 on his way. I mean, he's already there. You know what I mean? It's
There.
just, hey, he
The
just,
masses
yeah.
just don't know yet. You know,
There
give
you
him another
go.
6 months.
There
It's
you
it's
go.
gonna be
There you
major.
go.
That name is gonna be like a household name in the comedy field. I mean, he's already
Oh,
made the
big time.
connections, and the D's on it and T's across, and they just ready to broadcast. The brother's done a lot of work. A lot of
Yes.
work. Man, I can't wait to
Yes.
see the production, man. I mean,
You're
you
gonna love
must be
it.
amazing. I can't wait to see it. I know you're working with, and I know what you're doing, and y'all work ethics is just like gangster and parallel. So it's going to be a great production. I can't wait to see it.
Yes. Most definitely.
So while we had you here, Kelda, once again, you mentioned your website. Let my fans know how they can reach you on all your platforms. You don't mind sharing with them, so they can tag you and follow you and share your experiences with them. Your
Yeah,
press
so my
reward.
website is keldamuzik.com, KELDAMUZIK.com. On my website, you'll find all my social media. You'll find Diva Talk Tonight, the TV show, the talk show, my music, all the latest events and projects I have going on, and also too the beret line Tams,
Oh,
which you guys can also purchase through the Kelda Music website. You'll see the Tams website featured on there. Um, we have a couple of fashion shows coming up that I'll be producing and hosting, and having the Tams models walking the runway with 10 different colors that they'll be representing. So yeah, we just gotta keep it lit. Gotta keep it lit and consistent, baby.
yeah. You mentioned just a second ago. There's a couple of tours you're working on. Any artists and you guys got some locations set? Know some of those tours y'all setting up already?
No, right now everything's we're just like in the infancy stages right now. So we're talking about the locations, the venues, and what other artists we want to bring on board. But yeah, that is in the works, and hopefully we could go back overseas with it too.
So you got to give us a sneak peek. Who's going to be on some of these tours? Who's already committed?
Oh yeah, that's a secret that cannot be released. It's a secret for a reason.
You got one of my favorites on there. I wanted to hear you say it.
Well,
my
we
boy,
already know
my boy
Kale.
L.
We already know Kale.
She got my boy L on the tour with her.
Hey,
Kale, you were
Every
supposed to plug yourself.
Keldamusic's on the tour, yes.
Right, exactly. That's his favorite. That's who's on the tour.
You know, Kelda myself, she's on the show. L's not here. She's on the
But
show. I had to reach
but she
out to
could
her
tell
like,
you
hey.
that. So
Oh, oh, sure.
she
Right.
playing herself. Look.
Because I like to
Yeah.
thank you honestly for coming out and sharing and let people see who Kelda is behind Kelda Music. I mean, you're a
Thank
wonderful,
you.
intelligent, bright young lady. Not only we look forward to more music, videos, the tour, and now the sitcom you guys are filming together. I mean, that's going to be amazing. And whatever we can do to help you guys push the envelope, we have a huge fan base over here at GC Radio. Let us know. We'll be more than happy to help you
Okay.
guys and sisters with that. Honestly.
That would be great. Definitely, we'll keep in touch, and once it comes out, we'll also invite you guys to the wrap up party. We're gonna be having that August 11th in Modesto. So I just gotta get the address and further details, and I will share that with you guys too.
Okay, excellent, excellent. So, you guys got any final words? We sign off and we thank Kelda again for coming in to this interview with us.
I, it
No,
was a pleasure meeting you, and I look forward to this Hodges show and seeing more and hearing more from you. And hey,
Definitely.
come back anytime you are available. Reach out and say, "Hey, I want to come in and hang out with us." We are here.
I appreciate you
We
guys.
love
I
to
love you
have you.
guys. Family forever. You feel me?
Yes.
Right on. Dday, any words, brother?
hey, just keep doing what you're doing.
Thank you.
Wonderful. So with that in mind, we're going to sign out and thank you again, Kelda, for coming in. And we appreciate the K100GC Radio Talk Show. Thank you so much.
All right.
Bye.
Bye, you guys.
Bye bye.
See
Mwah.
ya.
Kiss.